this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, it's another night session. It's like dusk right now. It's summertime. It's taken a while to get nighttime. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make our way to the chair, and we'll get this thing started. See you there. Ooh. Oh, it's been a real rough one. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm just kidding. It's actually Thursday. Pour me something tall and strong. Cold hands, cold hands. Coke Zero, for a specific reason. We're gonna get into that. Alright, here we are, back again. Why am I drinking vodka? What's the deal with that? Why am I not drinking a Sierra Nevada? That's a really great question. I'm making a decision now. No more Sierra Nevada. I haven't heard from them, so we're done. No, that's not why. It's been alluded to before. I'm kind of a gym rat, like especially as of recently in my life. And by recently, I mean like the last 2 years or so. And I guess we'll just get into that today. Instead of watching a video, I'll talk about my gym and fitness story. Basically, all the way up until I started this channel, which was about 5 months ago, I worked out every single day, and I was really serious about cardio, and a lot of my free time was spent just like doing cardio and working out. Basically, when I started this channel, with all the workload that came with running this thing, a lot of my workout time and cardio time has been cut into pretty bad. Now, some stats about me. I'm a 5'9" Hispanic man, and 2 years ago, I used to weigh 185 pounds, untrained, so pretty soft. Yeah, and I'll throw up some pictures. I might throw them up now, maybe not. They're not going to be shirtless though. I'm going to keep it classy here. So you're probably seeing that picture now, which, by the way, the man that you're seeing right now was very happy. You can see him smiling, and he is not any less or more valuable for his weight. I feel like I need to say that. Shortly after taking that picture, he obtained a hobby, and that hobby was fitness. After about 7 or 8 months, he turned into this guy who you're seeing now, who was equally as happy. The same person, he's no better or worse than the other guy. It's just what happens when you obtain the hobby of fitness. I weighed 185 in that first picture, and then in that second picture, I was a trained and hard 150 pounds, and strong 150 too. Stronger than ever. There are a few things that I did to get there, which first I started weight training, which I can go into that at some point. I don't think I'm going to talk about weight training today. I did a lot of cardio, but most importantly, I changed my diet. And I'm going to talk about calories here. I know that for some people that can be kind of a touchy thing. I know this isn't a fitness channel, so like all types of folks will come here, but I'll talk about calories a little bit, so if that's an issue for you, please fast forward to me playing guitar. But this is just the story of my life. I'm just going into it. You know, I have no issues thinking of calories and talking about calories. Doesn't bother me, so I'm just gonna talk about it. So I lost 35 pounds, pretty much the only 35 pounds I had to lose. Like in those pictures, it looks like I lost more than 35 pounds. I think it was a combination of gaining muscle, and it makes you like look leaner, because like more of your body mass is like lean mass. Like if I had lost 35 pounds without working out, I wouldn't look nearly as like shredded as I did in that after picture. So how I lost that weight in that amount of time, which it wasn't like fast or anything, it was almost a year. I took certain high calorie foods that I ate regularly, and I very gradually replaced them with low-calorie alternatives. An example of this would be Sierra Nevada beer, which one can of beer has 175 calories. Exchanging that for Tito's vodka, a double shot I think has like 120 calories or something. So this drink right here is like quite a bit. It's still less than just one beer. And if I'm having a Sierra Nevada, one's too many, two's not enough, you know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna have one beer, especially if you're this guy. So making changes like that. Another one of my favorite changes, I'll actually just go into some of the diets, because some of you might be interested in this. Maybe you want to try switching out some foods. Here's a really good one. This stuff right here, peanut butter, very high calorie food. PB Fit, very low calorie. They basically remove all the fat, and it's just protein and a little bit of carbs. Pretty good stuff. Another thing, if you can afford it, Quest chips, I've talked about these. I'll never eat Doritos again, because a bag of these, 150 calories, 18 grams of protein. Insane. And they're salty and delicious. This is the only bread I eat right here. This keto white bread, it looks like white bread. It tastes like white bread. It tastes okay. 35 calories a slice, 6 grams of protein, 9 grams of fiber. That's insane. And you see like fiber supplements? Those fiber supplements that you put in water, that has 6 grams of fiber usually. And that's like a supplement to like get fiber in your diet. One slice of that bread is 9 grams of fiber. You could eat 2 sandwiches of that bread and get more than your daily recommended fiber intake. And the thing is with fiber, it's like really hard to digest, and it congeals in your stomach, and it like expands, and you don't really get many calories from it depending on what kind of fiber whatever it is. Really great diet food. It just makes it harder to eat more food. Switching out high calorie foods for low calorie foods. That's like the secret right there. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that the low calorie foods that you switch out are foods that you actually like. So all those foods that I just showed you, those are foods that I regularly eat. And the caloric benefit that I get from them is greater than how much I enjoy the other food. Because I don't really like white bread that much anyways. And that white bread tastes fine to me. I don't really eat that much peanut butter. I'm not like a peanut butter connoisseur. So anything peanut butter like is good enough. So for example, like one change that I couldn't make, sugar-free jelly. Oof, it's just not the same as regular jelly. So when I make my peanut butter and jellies, I use that white bread, PB Fit, and then regular jam. 2 out of 3. That's not bad. It's still like a really good substitute. So those are examples. Getting back on track here. Ever since starting this channel, I've basically thrown fitness not out the window, but I work out like 2-3 days a week, and I do a whole lot less than I used to. I've noticed it in my muscle mass. It's gone down, as you can see from that picture that you saw. I've probably lost like a couple pounds of muscle, but I know for sure that I've gained like probably 10 pounds of fat. I weighed 150 pounds pretty much even. Right now I weigh 160, like, which again is fine. Gaining weight is okay. But I have a fitness hobby, so I want to get back into shape. Especially with summer coming around, right? Yeah, dude. So that is why I'm trading out the Sierra Nevada for Tito's. And we won't be talking about Sierra Nevada anymore. I'm sorry, guys. But it's Tito's now. Tito's vodka. It's cheaper, too. It's a whole lot cheaper. That handle is only $28. Guys, Tito's vodka. Sponsor me, Tito's. It's the healthy choice. You know, so it's just an example of, like, changing out foods. And you're going to start seeing that now. So, you know, I'm just calling attention to it. But yeah, it's about time. I think my schedule is getting to a place where things are kind of calming down. Like, I have a routine with these videos. That's not going to change. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of confronting you like something's going to change. Nothing will change, but I'm going to try to get my old lifestyle back a little bit. I know that it's not going to be the same because, man, I had so much free time. I mean, you saw the before and after. Like, during that year when I just started training, like, I trained like a warrior just because I had so much time. Like, I would work out twice a day. One session where I'd just do cardio, lift weights for like an hour and a half every day, no rest days. I would go like 7 days a week. I was just a warrior. You've never seen me even wear an Apple Watch, but I wore an Apple Watch every day. And I would log like 5 to 6 hours of cardio if you included like walking like around the neighborhood. Just so much cardio. I'm not gonna be doing any of that because I simply can't. I just don't have time for that with like editing and then also filming. I also wasn't practicing nearly as much as I am, as you've seen in the last like 5 months. I've been practicing a lot and I definitely want to keep that up. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to integrate that back into my life. I'm announcing this. There's not gonna be like a fitness log. Like, you're not gonna really see it. Maybe I'll post on Instagram about it. Oh, you know what? Maybe that'll be what my Instagram is for. Tracking like fitness progress or something. Oh, I'll talk about my stats. So when I started working out, I started out really weak actually. My biggest lift is the incline dumbbell bench press. I think I started off benching 30 pounds for like sets of 12. And then at that picture that you saw, I was benching 65s for sets of 12. And I was probably on my way to go up to 70s. At this moment right now, which if you're wondering what I look like now, you can just look at my Instagram. I have one gym picture there. Still clothed. I have a shirt on. But you can see, we're still pretty good. Right now we're benching 60s, and I even did that today. Only 2 sets though, 2 sets of 12. And that was like, the second set was like maxed out, of course. And then my other big lift is pull-ups. Like at my most fit, I think I did like 27 pull-ups in one set. Right now, like today, I can do like 15 at the most. So definitely weaker, also a little bit heavier. So that's kind of a side effect of that. So, you know, we're gonna see how that changes as the months go forward, as I drink more Tito's vodka, as I think about diet a little bit more, maybe try to do some more cardio. I'm gonna mainly focus on diet though, because that's really the key, finding the right foods to eat. I mean, you see from the pictures, I was pretty easily able to change how much I weighed, which I know a lot of people feel like powerless in that, and like it's easy for me to feel powerless sometimes in like how much I weigh. I'll tell you, the solution is not just eating less, because people will say that, like insensitive people especially, they'll be like, just eat less. It's not how you do it. You have to eat how much you want to eat. And I think of it the same way as practice too. You have to practice as much as you want to practice. You just have to find the foods that you can eat as much of as you want and still lose weight. And that's where switching them out for low calorie alternatives comes in, because you can eat 10 slices of that bread, and if you're someone who is inclined to do that, if you switch for that keto bread, you will definitely lose weight. You can't eat that much fiber and protein. Just keep going after that. Like if you eat 10 slices of that bread, you're gonna be out for the day. When if it's like regular white bread, you can eat 10 slices and like an hour later it's like I don't even feel it. at all. Other great options, fruits and vegetables, especially fruits because they're yummier. Like, who wants to eat vegetables, right? Freaks. Freaks and weirdos, but fruits, you can definitely eat that. Don't be afraid of the sugar in fruits. Literally eat as much of any kind of fruit as you want. I think even the very sweetest and sugariest of fruits, like dried dates, for example. If you switch out like eating like processed like birthday cake and eat dried dates instead, even though they are super sugary, you just cannot physically eat as much dried dates as you would birthday cake. Even just the little bits of fiber that are in the dates, it'll just stop you after a while. But man, like cake, you can just eat it and just keep going. So, you know, just find those fruits that are like delicious, and really you can eat as much of those as you want. Try eating like 10 bananas. Banana has like what, like 100 calories in it? Okay, eat 10 of them, which is 1,000 calories, which is like in a massive like cheesecake warehouse slab of cake. It's like around 1,000 calories probably. Try to eat 1,000 calories of bananas. You probably will, you probably can, but man, you're gonna be out after that. You're not gonna want to eat anything for a long time. So people will try to steer you away from the fruit. You can trust me. You can eat it as much as you want. It'll stop you from eating more stuff later on. At least that's my experience as somebody who has lost weight and like kept it off for the most part. That's the fitness life right now, so we're gonna be on that for a little bit. We're in my gym shorts. Probably won't be going to the gym after this. Oh yeah, and some people ask, how do I get my calves so big? It's a secret. I can't tell you. Alright, well, I think that's enough yip-yapping. I probably need to get to that piano bench. I don't know if this one is entertaining at all. I guess I'll try to edit it into the most interesting way possible. Hi, me editing. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna practice and I'm gonna probably play something for you. I'll see you at the piano bench. As I approach everything else in my life, I'm going to practice for exactly how long I feel like practicing. So we'll see how long that is. Yeah, I'll see you on the other side. I don't want to practice right now. But I have good news. I've gone through all of the Morel Sonatina second movement except for the last couple measures. God, I'm just not able to relax. My legs are just carrying tension every time I forget about it. The tension just comes back. My shoulder has tension in it. I'm struggling. I don't know. It's usually not this bad. But yeah, no, I can't sit here for much longer, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I am gonna play something for you because of course I have to do that. So, why don't I bring you closer? I haven't played the samba since yesterday. I haven't practiced it at all today. So I'm gonna play it cold, because that's what it's like to perform. And I'm also only gonna do one take. I'm going to complete it no matter what. So you'll see, like if I stop halfway through, I'm gonna try to treat this as a performance. Even if it feels bad, I'm gonna keep going. All right. samba. Did you see that moment in there where I didn't know what to do and I just kind of played random stuff? That's what happens when you're on the stage and you're up there alone. You just gotta play some stuff sometimes. It's better to play stuff than no stuff. Remember that. Let's wrap this one up. I'm gonna go to sleep and you'll see me in a new day. Is there anything else for me to say? Kind of in a melancholy mood. I'm gonna go watch TV and maybe make a little bit of dinner. Keto bread. Maybe I'll make some PB Fit peanut butter and jellies. Let's go to the outro before things get weird. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe. Leave a like. Of course, I offer guitar lessons, so if you're interested in that, feel free to sign up. Or, I mean, you can't really sign up. You just have to email me, and I'll give you some deets on that. And of course, if you have a question about anything fitness related, this is a fitness channel now. Used to be a Pokemon channel. We haven't... Man, an extravaganza is due. I'm gonna do one soon. That will be coming, like, in the next week or so, I promise. Anything else? Questions? I'll answer them. Lessons? I'll give them to you. I'll see you tomorrow.